Hello, Life Builders. This is a podcast that TeamStrong Inc. has designed to keep you on your toes, give you a different perspective, and really push you to create your dream life. We will be talking to you weekly, giving you motivation and encouraging words. Tune in with us every week to hear a piece of clarity. Last week, we discussed time management and little ways to improve your productivity. Because when you are creating your life, you need to maximize your time. We are here because we are writing the script of our lives. We are the CEO of every moment. Take a second and think about where you are right now. Whether you are sitting at your desk at work, working out at a gym, doing some homework, or reading a book, you are the one that put yourself there. All the decisions you made determined where you are at right now, which takes us into this week's discussion of 7 reasons you are not winning. This might not be all the reasons, but here are some you want to pay attention to. Number 1, mediocre decisions. As we stated earlier, we are building and creating our lives. We are the CEO of our world. We make everything happen or it doesn't happen. Let me repeat that. We make everything happen or it doesn't happen. We have shaped ourselves into a way of living that we don't have to make a lot of decisions out of the norm. Decision making is a skill. Some of us are not very good at it. Some of us have fallen into the routine of going with the flow. When you graduated high school, you had to make some big decisions because either your parents were stressing you to figure out your life or you had some big dreams. You stepped with precaution. You weighed out your options. You felt that you could conquer the world. Well, you were right. However, somewhere along the way, life started to hit us. And we started to settling for mediocre decisions. We started to narrow down that job search to 2 to 3 prospects, and boom, we made a decision out of what we thought was the best. Some of the biggest decisions of our lives we don't even control, like when to eat. Your employer gives you an hour lunch break between a certain time. You don't have to make that big decision on when to eat. You just have to make the mediocre decision of what to eat in the allotted time given to you from your employer. Small example of the power we lost when we decided not to make the big decision and settled for the mediocre ones. Do you get it? Where did we lose our mojo? We would let you figure that out. Think about some decisions in your life that you need to control better. Think about the decisions in your life being more impactful. Create decisions that create power plays. While we move on to number 2, if you need to pause, then go ahead. Think about the mediocre decisions. Stop that today and start changing your mindset. You set yourself up to win. Number 2, letting the wrong people into your ear. Your vision is yours. And as much as we would like to listen to our people and friends, a lot of them are full of shit. When you start to get successful, this breeds attention and attracts people from all over. When you start to win, it's like a big red sign in your forehead saying, "Come talk to me and tell me everything you think I should be doing." Most of the time, people want to waste your time. Now, don't get me wrong. There are people you need to listen to about certain things, but you got to be careful. For one, the person you choose to listen to may have been successful, and they might have done things that you have done before. So take a look at some of the mistakes they've made, but they are not you. They don't possess your formula, your drive, your ideas. You can't listen and let them make or break what you have. So what they done and failed, learn from them and move on. Don't give up because they did. Now, there will be people with their own agendas, and they will want to do things for their own selfishness. Those are the people to stay away from. Also, your friends and family are great, and they might not have bad intentions. They might have great intentions in sharing with you out of love. Listen, but don't get caught up. You have a business to run. That business is your life, and you have to run it the way you see fit. When you start letting people in your ear, the next thing you know, your vision is cloudy and you lose focus on what you wanted to accomplish. Keep the chatter to the minimum and make your own power plays. 3. Watch the company you keep. People around you can make or break anything you have around them. Watch who you let entertain you. Before you eat something, you want to know what it is, right? You have questions. You just aren't going to let anything in your body. Your job is to protect your body, right? Well, the same thing with the company you keep. You should have questions. You should pay attention to who they are. If they don't care too much about getting in trouble, well, they won't care about getting you in trouble. They probably don't have much to lose. If they are always negative and drowning ideas you come up with, maybe their energy is not good and you can't grow around that. Negative energy drains you. It is very dangerous for you to be around. Negative energy will change the dynamics of your life. Your mind will change because their negativity will rub off on you. And the next thing you will do is tell yourself no on things that at one point you would have said yes. Some people are afraid to take risks. Well, having a conversation about investing in a new marijuana company would probably not be a good idea with that person. They won't see the vision. Trying to grow with someone that had a really sheltered life might be challenging, and they might not understand some ideas you have. Being around people that always asks in a negative way, how can we do that? Without really thinking of ways of doing it, that might be bad for your health. You will spend more time trying to get them up to speed and stress yourself out. It is hard to try to include people in your vision. We all see things through different lenses. Be careful who you communicate with. The way they communicate can rub off on you. Sometimes we indulge into too many meaningless conversations. Remember, you are what you eat, you are what you listen to, and you are who you hang out with. Number 4, invest in yourself. Too many of us have great ideas. We also have a little money to get started, but we don't. Why? Because we don't want to invest in ourselves. We are scared that that little money that we spend will be wasted. Sorry to break this to you, but money is money, and it's meant to be spent. What is more important than you? You might as well spend your money on investing in you, right? Now, of course, I'm not saying you just go out and be dumb and splurge on ideas that you haven't done the research for and the due diligence to make smart decisions. But if you have done your research, planned accordingly, and are willing to take the initiative and make things work, so be it. Invest. Do what needs to be done. You might own a business, but you don't want to set aside a marketing budget because you don't understand marketing helps you grow. You might want to learn how to plant a garden, but you don't want to take a class or take the time to learn. Time is the most important asset we have. And unfortunately, once it's spent, you can't take it back. But there are a lot of people that would rather spend their time doing something that they could have easily paid someone to do. Even if they don't know what they're doing, they will rather try and mess things up rather than pay a professional. We have to change our mindset to be stronger. Number 5, we are not winning because we are treating our bodies like trash compactors. Isn't it weird that we will taste something and it's so good? We will continue to eat it, even if it's bad for our bodies. We have all been guilty of hearing about something being bad for us, but we go ahead and eat it anyway. We might even defend that product we are eating in an argument. Like, how ridiculous do we sound sometimes? Our bodies are our temples, and in order to run and conduct business, we must fill it with the right stuff. Your car is comprised of thousands of parts, and in order for that car to run correctly and smooth, you should put the right kind of oil into it. If you don't, then you might end up on the side of the road because of failing parts. Same thing with our health and bodies. If we don't take care of it, then we are going to lose a lot of productivity. Our brains, are affected by what we put in it. Coffee is great, isn't it? It gives you a boost of energy when you need it, but did you know it drains oxygen from your brain? It is dangerous. If you know this and you keep drinking it, then you are contributing to your own failures. Working out 3 times a week and keeping a healthy diet will keep you from taking a plunge in front of the TV and watching several hours of programming. Take care of your body, and it will take care of you. Number 6. Mindset. Napoleon Hill wrote the bestseller, Think and Grow Rich. And boy, did he create a masterpiece with this one. The book has been around for decades, and it's still a go-to for several entrepreneurs and goal-oriented people. What I took from this book the most is that it is not about the money that makes you rich. It is the mindset that you have that gives you endless capabilities to grow rich and successful. You have to program your brain in visualizing success and step into that realm. It will get easier and easier the more that you practice being positive and thinking about ways to be successful. The great motivational speaker Tony Robbins says that repetition is the mother of skill. This is so true because being repetitive brings a skill into existence. What you think over and over is what becomes your reality. What you do over and over is what you become known for. If you are repetitive coming home after work and kicking your feet up and watching TV, that is the skill you have learned and will get quite good at it. Develop who you want to be and do this by creating your life. A lot of us need to look in the mirror and become self-aware. A lot of us have been at our own destruction by the way we think. I have a task for you. For the next week, make a conscious effort to pay attention to when someone tells you good news, or when you think of an idea in your head. Make a conscious effort to pay attention to what you tell yourself after someone gives you a compliment. A lot of us create negative thinking, and it has been a learned skill we have possessed for years. It is okay to look in the mirror and tell yourself you have been cheating yourself. Tell yourself that you have talked yourself out of some great ideas because you didn't have the mindset. We cut a lot of our growth off when we even say it out loud. We cut it off by our thoughts. Are you building or destroying? Number 7. Let a no motivate you, not stop you. In this world, there are about 7.2 billion people. We all have different personalities. We all have different thoughts going in our heads. You don't need 7.2 billion people to agree with you for you to be successful. You don't even need half of that amount to agree with you. Matter of fact, you don't need 1/50th of that number to tell you yes. But you do need the willingness to keep going after the first no. I have been in sales for years, and any class will tell you if your customer is spending over $20, they have to think about the decision they are making. It might take them 2 or 3 times to say yes, but we don't allow the buying process to play out. They might say no, and we run with our tail between our legs and head down. Stop that. Leave, no doubt, but move right on to the next prospect. It is your world you are creating, remember? You can't dwell on the people that say no. Your job is to find the people that will say yes. Not only do we tell ourselves no and let that discourage us, but we let other people tell us no, and that discourages us as well. Well, that person that told you no just might not understand that they needed to say yes. They might not have the money to say yes, or there might be several reasons why they are saying no. Let them have their reasons and move on to the next person that doesn't have as many reasons to say no. Simple. Develop yourself and work your magic, and remember that at the end, the goal is to succeed. You can't succeed when you are speaking the wrong words to yourself. Boss up, life builders! We are coming at you every Sunday to drop some game and to motivate you to start your week off right. If you have any topics you want to discuss, please feel free to contact us. Subscribe and take 20 minutes out of your Sunday every week and get a dose of this, and let us help you build your world. Every Sunday, make this a habit. Next week, we will discuss some more. If you missed our segment on time management, revise it and see how it fits into your lifestyle. All throughout this week, remember, you are building your world and you are not alone. We are here to assist you. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss all the great things we have in store going forward. Until next time, peace and love.